Hey, what's happening, everyone? It's been a little bit since I recorded a video, did a ramble. Uh, Truthfully, I've been playing a little bit less lately. Still playing though, just not as much as I was. And um, yeah, I've been busy and life's been a little crazy. Also, I think that I've always fluctuated with motivation and drive for playing the game and making gains. So there's no surprise there, at least to myself. But I'm still playing. I'm just playing less and AFKing a lot more. Um, but yeah, I thought I'd throw on the recorder and get a couple 99s. I've been saving these for a while now, and I also am quite close to base 80 RC and mining. Uh, so I'm maxing today. We'll keep it at 80 for forever. Kidding, but yeah, that was actually, it's funny. I remember when I first made this account. I don't know when that was. A long time ago now, probably 2016, 2015. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember at the time I was working, and during monotonous tasks, I would just make a plan of how I would train my account up. I don't know, it would make it go by faster, and I would literally be daydreaming about, okay, I'm gonna get 80 woodcutting, and then I'm gonna get 80, I don't know, defense, whatever, right? And I'd plan out how I'd do it, and if I needed money, I'd be like, okay, I gotta do this to make the money. If I, at the time, needed 80, but my goal was to get base 80. Uh, and so I just remember vividly there was one day, and I was scheming how I would make the money for 80 prayer and RC, and yeah, so here we are, 7 years later, maybe even longer. I don't know, but base 80 incoming. And I think a reason why I want to do this too, I don't know if it's really uh, the reason why I haven't been playing as much. I think that I wouldn't be playing as much anyway, but I told myself I wouldn't train anything. Like, I didn't get these 99s, because at first I thought it would be cool to get a couple 99s at once, but then it also became, I can't train these skills unless I get 99, so then it narrows down, like, basically to incentivize maxing, um, which worked a little bit, but also I've been doing a lot of crafting and ranged, and then just not playing if I don't want to RC or mine or anything like that. So I think that although it did have a decent effect on me sticking to training these skills, I also want to start, I like fire making. I like to do fire making with prayer. I've said that before, and I've never even done forestry on this account. And it would just be nice to do post 200 mil and these three skills if I do feel like doing it, not to have myself gated, so to say. And yeah, so I thought, why not get these 99s with base 80, and then I'll be maxed and free to play. It's pretty good feeling. Kidding, obviously, but yeah, it's been a long time since I uh, got a 99. I've been 4K away from 99 woodcutting for, I want to say, 5 years or so. So this is a long time in the making. But anyway, yeah, I haven't been playing as much, but I'm starting to get back into it. I think that's why I want to do this as well. Is I've been thinking about doing woodcutting. I've made a group Ironman with my brother, so um, he decided he wanted to play some OSRS, which he hasn't done in so long. So that's been fun, and having things to AFK on the side. But I don't need to AFK too hard, right? I don't need to splash or anything. I've been doing a lot of splashing actually. Now that I say that, um, I kind of feel guilty because usually range was what I would do at work or when I was really AFK. But it's definitely less AFK than splashing. And like I said, life and work and everything have been really busy. And to come back to the computer every 10 minutes it's not a lot, but I felt that I wasn't making as the gains weren't as good as they used to be. And splashing, I mean, you don't even log out. I get 6 hour logged while I splash at work, so even if I'm not splashing, at least I'm logged in and can just hop on and click really quick rather than log back in. And for some reason, I don't know why, when I'm at work, it always asks me for authenticator. I don't know, encryption or something. I'm not an expert on that area, but anyways, splashing is what I've been doing mostly. I probably gained a lot of not a lot, but a decent amount of mage experience this year. I think I was 22 mil or something when I started, so yeah, but anyway, I wanted to woodcut the other day, and I'm kind of rambling and going off on a tangent, not really saying anything, but I've been craving training other skills rather than prayer, mining, RC, or crafting. Things that are a little more engaging, but not completely, while I'm playing my group Ironman with my brother. But yeah, I remember saying that I was going to max my pay-to-play regular. I demembered that account too. I do enjoy the multi-logging, but 3 accounts, even 2, something like, I don't know, like I said, things are a little different for me now, and this will always be the main. Dagger will always be the main, and so when I'm able to play, I really want to do my best to focus on this account, and I do feel the motivation coming back a little bit. Probably for the last couple of months, I've been a little bit burnt out, but yeah, I also just moved, so I don't know. I've got a couple thoughts bouncing back and forth in my head, but I find that it's nice to change things. I mean, change is sometimes stressful, and nobody really likes change initially. It's easy to get comfortable, and that's like a well-known thing that humans are a creature of habit. You know, they even if it's something that's not good for you, that's why it's so, you know, it's so easy to say things that, you know, why do you do that? It's not good for you. Why do I keep doing this when I know I shouldn't be doing this? But comfort is definitely underestimated, and what I'm trying to say is a lot has changed for me in the last little while, and initially sometimes it is a little bit daunting, but at the same time, if you use it to kind of change other things as well, like I said, I just moved places, and so one of my goals, or one of the thoughts that I had, was to change the way I play the game, and to, you know, I'm in a new environment, not a new setup, but it's different, right? Things are different, so it's easier for me to come in and maybe, you know, actually really focus on pushing max, and maybe not even, you know, going hard on these skills. I don't think I could ever put crazy hours in, especially with how busy I've been, but truly sticking to a regiment, you know, doing 50k experience a day in RC or mining, or 100k or something like that, or just staying consistent and developing habits in a new environment, because I think that's probably one of the easiest times to do so. And not just with like the game. I think that this can also be applied to anything that you want to do, and I will try to apply it to other things that I've been scheming and thinking about. When you move, or whatever it might be, when there's big changes or big shifts in your life. I'm no expert, right? Like, I'm not trying to talk like this is facts or that this is science, but in my opinion, personally, I think that it's a good opportunity to also implement other changes, because things have already changed for you, so why not, you know, bring other changes into the equation? Nothing that would stress you out too, or overwhelm you too much, but anyway, that was a long-winded explanation for me to say that I'm trying to change my approach and stick with it, and maybe develop momentum, and then, you know, you associate something with something that's new, you know. Anyway, maybe I haven't done a great job explaining this, but I think that's something that's been more apparent to me recently, is just the power of your habits, and the power of just like making, I don't know, it's not easy in the beginning, but you, like you can do anything that you want to do, whether you want to learn something, whether you want to improve at something, make gains on RuneScape, uh, work out, whatever it is, right? I think that just starting fresh, changing something up, even if you don't move, right? Like you can uh, change your desk setup or change or start going somewhere, right? Like if you want to read more, just start going to the coffee shop that's close to your place, and then develop this habit and system, because it's not easy to like bring new things into an old place, if that makes sense, right? Like if you've always done something in a certain way in your place and you're comfortable there, trying to change that up is not as easy as it seems, at least for me. Like I said, this is not I'm not trying to spit facts here. I don't think that this is anything monumental, or it's just my thoughts on the matter. And yeah, like I said, I think that that's my goal with this big change in my life and new beginnings. Try to just develop more of a structure towards certain things and switch up the way I do things, because I do want to max. I mean, I feel like a broken record at this point. It's kind of a meme. I got that Chad F2P build, just the 3 skills that are probably the least trained and people have the least 99 in. And I'll admit, like, I don't genuinely enjoy those skills as much as I enjoy the other skills. I've never really claimed to be this efficient skiller or somebody that has played in that way. I think that for a long time my multi-logging kind of hindered that. But I also use RuneScape as a way to relax, and I won't lie, you know, coming home after a long day of work and doing body tiers or crafting some rubies or diamonds, like, you know, some days I like to just craft some rubies, watch something on the side, or, you know, be able to text while I do it, or play another count on the side rather than, you know, focusing on something. But like, you know, like I said, that's because that's always been the way I've played, and it kind of goes back to my opinion on routine and habit. You know, that's what I associate the game with, and my environment and everything. So, I mean, I've done a decent amount of RC. Well, not a decent amount, but like I've done a bit. So, like, I've only been in this new place for a couple days now, and I think I was like 100k away from 80 RC. So it's working a little bit. But anyways, I'll stop talking about habits, routines, and all that like I'm some sort of life coach. This was just my perspective and what I'm trying to do. But yeah, to the main event. Let's I had a little idea in mind of how I'm gonna do this, but it'll be nice to get these 99s, get a couple more total levels, and have the ability to train these skills. I'm always scheming in my head of like what I want to do in this game, even if I barely play or if I'm not playing that much. You know, I've thought getting base 20 mil or 50 mil would be cool, having, you know, a high base stat, but I mean, I'm not even 2 mil in some of these skills, so like that's very wishful thinking. But maybe I exclude these skills. Those would definitely be the last if I ever get those post 99. And at this rate, like, will I ever even get those 99? Time will tell. But yeah. Anyways, so I do want to woodcut, I do want to fire make, I do want to fish, and have the ability to train whatever I want to train, not be blocked off from anything. But yeah, let's get some of these levels. We'll get 80 RC here. Nice. I always thought 80 looked clean. Like 70 is pretty nice, but 80 is a clean level, and that's, you know, getting up there. I think that's kind of the threshold for me for, I wouldn't say it's a high level, but it's not, you know, not too newbie. So I like that. The 80. The 80-80. Let's make it one more. I'll probably leave these at 80 for a while, I'm thinking. Maybe not prayer. I think that I will try to do some scatterberry fire make, or whatever you would call it. I don't even know if that's efficient, honestly. I've done it, not a decent amount, but I've done it a bit. But I truly don't know if that's EHP, or it might even be over EHP. Probably not. And you run out of, at least the way I do it, you run out of runs. So maybe if you incorporated it with crafting or something like that. But yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, 80 mining coming in. Nice. That actually looks nice. I'm happy about that one. Those 70s were starting to bother me, especially once I get past, like, you know, I had them at 75 for a bit and 70, and that's okay, but I like the way that looks. And then I think I'm gonna do a little combo 99 here. I guess I'll have to get wood cutting first, but I had something else on my mind while I prepare for these 99s. Let me see if I can remember it. Oh yeah, one thing I was thinking about the other day is I wonder if anybody in free-to-play has completed the completionist log. Like, I've never even really looked at this, to be honest. I have a lot of clues in the bank. I've only done 44, but I have a decent stack that I've been collecting. Do a big open one day. But I'm pretty lazy these days. I never do beginner clues. It's just a little inconvenient, I find. You gotta be motivated to do them. Never even got a mossy key in my life. But yeah, I wonder if, because it actually is a decent amount of time to complete the free-to-play. I wonder how many slots it is. A couple in here. And then the big ones would be, where is that? Where's Castle Wars at? Probably under mini-games. Yeah, like this would take a decent amount of time. I mean, you only have to get the plate body, and then you can buy everything. So it's not like actually that crazy. But if I were to do, I do want to get full gold Castle Wars one day. And I've been on and off training a high HP 1 defense account that I can attack. And truthfully, I probably AFK a lot of it, just splash or just AFK, because it's pretty click intensive to eat the bandages and stay on top of that. But just to have the option if I ever want to gain EH, like I'm pretty sure it's probably EHP or close to it. It's a pretty good experience if you're holding the flag and have the bracelet on and everything like that. And then there's one more. What is it? It's Last Man Standing. That's actually a pretty beefy one too, because this stuff's not cheap. And then this is, 1,000 wins. Like, that's actually pretty insane. And that's not cheap either. So, yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it's been done. I wonder if anybody has completed the free-to-play collection log. That's something that anyways, the reason why I bring it up is it's something that I have thought about doing, or at least working towards a little more actively sometimes. You know, like I said, I want to get the Castle Wars. I probably get all the... Whoa. I'm going to get 99 wood cutting. Crazy. Nice. That was just autopilot right there. Grabbing the... Going to cut the tree. I've had 98 wood cutting, and I've been 4K away for probably, I don't know, 4, 5 years. It's been a long time, so... That's been a long-awaited 99. Now let's catch a shrimp here. Or, yeah, we'll catch a shrimp because I'm 1 experience away from fishing. Nice. And then last but not least, and then we'll cook this shrimp on the fire for a little memento for today. No cooking experience for that one. There we have it. 99 everything except for mining, prayer, RC, probably 2043 or so, I'll have max free to play. So stay tuned. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and listening. Probably just listening. I mean, I was kind of doing a little bit for a little bit here, but usually these you can just throw on in the background. But yeah, hopefully I can pick up some momentum here and continue to make some gains. Shout out to all the free-to-players and everybody playing the game. Y'all are beasts. Keep making the gains, and yeah, IRL, in-game, whatever it is. Create good habits, make good systems for yourself, and cheering all of you all on for whatever you're trying to accomplish, any goals you're trying to achieve. But yeah, I want to make more, I say this every time, but I hope to be a little more consistent with the videos. I do like getting my thoughts out there, and sometimes I feel like I don't have much to talk about, but once you get going and flowing, usually something comes to mind, and it does motivate me to play a little more when I'm a little more active on the YouTube account. But yeah, it's nice to get those 99s and have some more options to play the game, and just continue to work towards max and 200 mil all one day, maybe 2099. I wonder who the first will be to 200 mil all. I know that. I was watching the Free to Play podcast. I'm not going to make any predictions here, but yeah, what a crazy goal. 200 mil all on old school RuneScape. Free to play. That's mental, but I mean, people are getting up there. There's people with lots of XP, so I'll probably play for as long as I can too. I don't know if I'll ever get 200 mil all, but definitely get a couple more 200 mils as time goes on, and max one day. Yeah, that's why I've said before, that's why I love free to play. It changes very seldomly, and when you come back, things are relatively the same, if not the exact same. So it's a good game and game mode to just, 7 years later, however long this account's been going along, and however many more years I'll continue to play. It's just been continuous gains to a large goal that's probably never going to be achieved, but at least that, it never ends at the same time. So there's always that ability to keep progressing and making gains, and yeah, just siphoning that little bit of nostalgia that's left. Anyway, not really saying much anymore. Not that I said anything to begin with, but thanks again for listening. Thanks again for watching. Keep up the gains, and yeah, we'll talk soon. Bye.